Grenade by Alan Gratz, Part 1, pages 135 through 138. Boom. Hideki ran. He dodged shattered trees, leaped over corpses, ducked mortar explosions. He was close to the front line. He could tell from the gunfire, the explosions that shook the earth. He knew he should stop, turn around, find a place to hide. But he couldn't stop himself. He was more scared than he had ever been in his entire life. He had to get as far away from the Americans as fast as he could. He had to run, had to keep going. There was no going back, only forward. Ray ran. He dodged shattered trees, leaped over corpses, ducked mortar explosions. He was getting farther from the front line. He could tell from the distant gunfire, the dull thud of the explosions. He knew he should stop, turn around, rejoin his company, but he couldn't stop himself. He was more scared than he had ever been in his entire life. He had to get as far away from the Japanese as fast as he could. He had to run. He had to keep going. Stay low. Don't bunch up. Run like hell. Hideki crested a low hill and slid down the other side. He'd run too far without zigging, too far without zagging, too far straight ahead. At the bottom of the hill, he changed direction and took a hard right turn, running straight for a stunted little pine tree that had miraculously escaped all of the shells falling on the island. He ran left around the tree. Ray slid down a low hill and struggled up the other side. He'd run zigzag too far, like a chicken trying to escape a fox. At the top of the hill, he stopped dodging back and forth and ran straight ahead, toward a stunted little pine tree that had miraculously escaped all the shells falling on the island. He ran right around the tree. Hideki slammed into someone bigger and stronger running the other way. It was like running headlong into a stone wall, and he landed with a splurch in the mud. Ray hit somebody small and fast coming the other way around the tree. The boy's helmet hit him right in the gut like a punch to the stomach, and he fell back into the mud with a splurch. Hideki was dazed for a moment, but when he shook off his surprise, he found himself staring at a young man wearing an American soldier's uniform. Ray was equally dazed, and when he got his breath back, he found himself staring at a young boy wearing a Japanese soldier's uniform. A moment passed, an eternity of shock and fear condensed into a single beat of a heart, and they both scrambled back away from each other. Ray fumbled for his rifle. Hideki scrambled for a grenade. Ray raised his rifle from the mud. Hideki struck the fuse on his grenade. Ray squeezed the trigger of his M1. Hideki threw his grenade. Pakow! Boom! The blast threw Ray and Hideki back into the mud and knocked them both out cold.